God forbids adultery. The Word of God says in the Exodus, "You shall not commit adultery." Exodus 20:14. Adultery has consequences. The Word of God says in the Proverbs, "For by means of a harlot, a man is reduced to a crust of bread, and an adulteress will prey upon his precious life." Proverbs 6:26. Adultery is foolish. The Word of God says in the Proverbs, "Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul." Proverbs 6:32. Adultery is disgusting to God. The Word of God says in the Jeremiah, "Will you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, burn incense to Baal, and walk after other gods whom you do not know, and then come and stand before me in this house which is called by my name and say, 'We are delivered to do all these abominations'?" Jeremiah 7:9-10. God considers lust as sinful as adultery. The Word of God says in the Matthew, "You have heard that it was said to those of old, 'You shall not commit adultery.' But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart." Matthew 5:27-28. Divorce often leads to adultery. The Word of God says in the Mark, "So he said to them, 'Whoever divorces his wife and marries another commits adultery against her. And if a woman divorces her husband and marries another, she commits adultery.'" Mark 10:11-12. God can forgive the adulterer. The Word of God says in the John, "But Jesus went to the Mount of Olives. Now early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. Then the scribes and Pharisees brought to him a woman caught in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said to him, "Teacher, this woman was caught in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what do you say?" This they said, testing him, that they might have something of which to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and wrote on the ground with his finger as though he did not hear. So when they continued asking him, he raised himself up and said to them, "He who is without sin among you, let him throw a stone at her first." And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. Then those who heard it, being convicted by their conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the oldest even to the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had raised himself up and saw no one but the woman, he said to her, "Woman, where are those accusers of yours? Has no one condemned you?" She said, "No one, Lord." And Jesus said to her, "Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more." John 8:1-11.